Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we find ourselves inside the BMW M6. This is the one that you love to hate from the circuit experience at the Nürburgring. This is that car that you're going to spend hours in doing those laps, trying to get that lap time down. And it is possible. Once you've tamed this beast and you learn that circuit, then you've got to take it to Le Mans. It is probably one of the hardest charging cars there on the grid. It's unfairly treated by the BOP. And we're going to see that in action today. So let's go and take a look at the settings. It is just below the 700 pp at 699.92. We're on racing hard tyres. You want to try and give it at least a bit of a chance. Fully customizable suspension is as standard with nothing changed, but the diff, we've got the magic 555 to match the power output at 555. Downforce on the rear 700, 402 on the front, and that's just to help tune. Current output on the ECU is at 100, but we've got the power restrictor down to 95 purely because we're not going to add any weight to this one. I think it's capable. The manual transmission set to 290. I think I'm going to push that up to 310 just to give it a bit of legs. Then we have the normal turbocharger. Brake controller is just set to -2 on the front. And there's nothing else added. It's a really plain tune, but it's enough to get you that 700p and into the race. Here we are at Le Mans. It is an absolutely fantastic circuit. It is based on the 24-hour circuit. You can see the cars whizzing down the outside of the track there. And here we go. Settings for the race will be assists, traction control 1, weak ABS. And we will have counter assistance on strong just to give us that little bit of a chance because we are ultimately grinding. The wheel settings, we are on a Fanatec DD Plus, which is the extreme with the new PlayStation wheel. Force feedback to max torque on 3 and force feedback sensitivity on 10. Let's dive into the race and see where it goes. No point hanging about. Let's check out how this BMW M6 GT3 copes with the process. Here we go then, folks. First thing we're going to do, fuel map. What mileage are we going to get out of this thing? We've gone for the higher gearing, so let's see what kind of lappage we're going to get. See if we can get 3 laps. 3 laps would be good. That's a 2-stop, but if we can get 3 laps to start with, we could probably just slow it up to go 4. So let's see what we can do. Try a faster approach rather than trying to stretch it out and win by attrition. Let's see. So we got 3 at this minute, so that's telling me we're good. I'm quite happy with that. We'll stick at fuel map 1. We'll try and use all the legs this car has got. We'll charge our way through the field. Let's try and keep it clean as well. So as we come charging down the back here, for those that are new to the channel, today we are attempting the Le Mans grind. There are 4 major grind races you can do in this game. This is potentially one of the biggest favourites. Oh, squeeze up the inside. Follow Mr. Gallo round and through, see if we can. There we go. Make our way through it. The other 3 races are Sardinia in the WTC700. You've got Spa, which is also a 1-hour race, but WTC800, and then you've got Tokyo, which is WTC600. All 3 races really take a different car and a really different approach. So this one, half an hour, but it doesn't stop at the half an hour. You've got to finish your lap majorly. Ooh, dear. That was us shooting through there, missed the braking point. Bit faster than I anticipated getting there, but we might be lucky. Will we get a penalty? No, we got away with that because we were braking through it. So this one isn't my favourite of the grind races. I think I don't know. They're all pretty good, you know. But this one has the disadvantage of sometimes a decent race you're doing 8 laps, but you're passing the final finish you know, with 15, 20 seconds, and you think, I'm putting the extra lap in. So a lot of people sit on the line on lap 7 and don't complete the last lap. They'd rather sit for 30 seconds rather than do the extra lap, which if you're grinding, I completely get that. But when you're here trying to demonstrate how to win, really the idea is to give you the joy and the pleasure of the entire race and make sure you know and see and understand. So that's what we aim to do. But you'll also notice that there's a reason we're doing this. If you look above my image just here, we've got a little Make-A-Wish banner and a QR code there. We are in 23 days time, probably 22 days when you get to see this video. We are going live with a full 24-hour race at Le Mans. This is what this series of races is about. And if you want to take on this grind, or if you want to take on any other track grinds, you can actually go to my channel and search the relevant race, and you will find at least 20, maybe 30, maybe 40 different cars for each grind that are going to allow you to really try and find ways to enjoy this part of the game. This part of the game is really about earning credit so you can buy all those cars and, you know, take on the Platinum Trophy and try and win everything that game has to offer. And here's where I'm trying to help. So a slightly different approach to the video today, but we'll just try and give you something, a flavour of what we're here to try and do. So we're 6 seconds behind the leaders. They are there just ahead of us. Mr. Kawakami just going to try and take us back on the right hand side. He does it, he makes it through, but our gearing is a bit longer, isn't it? We're here for the cruise. So where are we on fuel? 1.9, so we're just okay to make it into the pits. I think if we lift and coast occasionally, we'll be okay. Mr. McEwen getting a little bit out of shape there. We'll just cruise away from him now. Mr. Yamanaka will get at the next corner, pretty sure of that. Take him on the inside here, really get into those rumbles, and we're into third place. So this car really proving, really showing it's really quite capable. Let's get a look at the rain radar, see what's coming, and then we'll talk about that thing that's above us. 23 days away, 23 days, just over 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks on Saturday. Wow. This weekend we've got the 24 hours of Spa. There's about 24 hours. The 4 hours of Spa. It's 20 hours less than the Le Mans race, but this one is here to give us the first real taste of a really long solo stint, or the first opportunity for teammates to get together and practice some driver swap outs. You know, do a 2 hour stint, then let somebody else have 2 hours, or do some 1 hour stints and get it swapped round. Make sure you're into a complete rhythm of how you're planning to go. You know, try and test out the car, get them to a full stint, see what the car's like on low fuel. I mean, if you've done the practice miles, we're missing that apex again, aren't we? Wowzers. This car doesn't want to slow down from those high speeds, so we're going to have to check what the speed is and see what we're doing. That gearing is really pushing the car, but it's really taken a long time to slow down, so let me focus on that when we come down there again. I want to show the car at its best. So we've had the teams confirmed for my teams. It is definitely 4 people. We have two teams of 2. If anybody is interested in coming to my house and Widdowmaker Towers and being part of a team, there are potentially 2 places. If you know me, you're on my friends list and you're local to where I live, you'll know if you live in the UK and you do want to join in for 24 hours of pure fun, give me a shout. There's an opportunity for you to get a drive, absolutely, on 1 or 2 teams if you want to. I believe both teams are going to be GT1, and we will take it to the front of the pack. We unfortunately have had people drop out along the wayside, and it's sad to see people go, but there's reasons, there's things, you know, there's life goes on. Life is a thing. This is just all about playing games and having a bit of fun. But at the end of the day, you know, it's one of those. The world is different for everybody. We've just got to take that in our stride and deal with it. Drivers pack went out to virtually everybody in the race this last week. We've managed to get that done. Now we're up close. Look at that, fuel's just dropped, so I'm gonna have to back off just a wee bit. Oh, we're not on the fuel map. There we go. We're just going to drop the fuel map to 3 just so we get round this third lap. We've been consuming a little bit. I don't think Mr. Portilla is going in. He's not. Little tap just to let him know we're here. Mr. Blazan's gone to the pits though. Where are we? Fuel is on 1.0. We're bang on. We've now put the fastest lap of the race in, a 4:09.103. Absolutely tip top, and we're going to make the pass. Really cut that apex. My driving here over these stints of grinds, let's call it, because we've done multiple series here now. This is the 3rd or 4th series. We've done the original run that we did with whatever cars we did way back at the start of the game. Then we did like road cars, powerful road cars, the supercars of the day. Then we did classic cars. Now we're doing a mixture of GR3 and a mixture of GR1 of like modern LMP prototypes, cars that would actually take on the challenge of the Le Mans, so that people can see and experience what cars could be used in the race in our 24-hour event. I've probably got 9 more cars to do because we've run out of the GT1 LMPs. There are 3 or 4 that don't make the grade because they can't get down to 700 pp unless they permanently use wet tyres, which is just no good for man or beast. It looks like we're going to time this just right. You know, it looks like the way that rain cloud's going, we are going to end up on wet tyres at the end of this stint, but I'd hate to guess. So we're going to brake right at the last point. We're going to really get on the anchors though, to prove this car will get into the corner. It does. It's me not braking hard enough. I've changed the brake pressure on my brake pedal, so it's now properly tight, and we're just trying to make it not quite so stiff is what I'm trying to do. But we're definitely into the weather. There's holes in the cloud, but it doesn't look like it's gonna back off at all. We're gonna try and get back to the pits before we have a desire for tyres. We are gonna get rain, I think, but it does look like it's backing away a bit. So if we take intermediates, it's going to be for a short desire, a short need. Well, here we go. We have got rain on the track. Feeling it under the tyres. Is it an intermediates time? Because we are going to the pits now. We are going in, so car sliding about. I don't know whether it is intermediates, but looking at the rain, we're going to have to make a choice. It's going to come, isn't it? And there's 2 or 3 patches of rain there that could hit us. Going to intermediates will force it to be a 2-stop. Rain is picking up, it's getting deeper. I think maybe intermediates are going to be where it's at. Now it's a risk. Do we have to take them? Do we not have to take them? What do we need to do? Is it going to be? We could go all the way to the end if we don't take them. But it's really dark. We can see the lights on the Ferris wheel there. Fuel is good though at 0.2, so let's dive in. I don't think we're going to take them. I think we're going to keep on the tyres we've got because those rain clouds are dissipating. So we're going to change tyres anyway, and then we're going to take all the fuel. Why not? And then we're going to fuel map 6 it all the way to the end. We're going to try and do 4 laps. The guys behind are all pitting. McEwen, Healy, Hayward, Kevelam are probably going to go charging past, and we've got to chase them down. That's where the race is going to be if we're going to try and do this on a one-stop. That's what the challenge is. We don't know what the rain is going to do. Can't see the rain on the car body. It's not raining that heavily in the pits. So there goes Hayward. He's passed. Everybody else has come in. McEwen's in. Oh, are the people changing tyres? Are they going to Inters? Oh, there's Portilla. So he's short-filled. We were ahead of Portilla, weren't we? We had a little bit of a gap on him, but he's put us in that position. So fuel map, we're going to 6. We are going to try and single stop this race. Yeah, there's the end of the rain. I think we've made the right call without going to intermediates. Look, we might get a little bit of a splash, but there's a little bit of wet on the track, but we're good. We're gonna. Hayward's gone off on his out in front, 7 seconds. Portilla is there making a hole in the air for us. We'll short shift up and we'll just try and carry our weight in his draft. We might have to go past him though, because no, we're not. We just pop out and pop back in. See if we can hold in there. Do exactly the same again. Go out wider and just watch the braking zone. We got through. Oh, a bit of a slide, but we're there. That was a little bit rough. We don't have to dive in so deep, I don't think. What we do have to do though is we just have to make sure we get the draft so we get the toe. There we go. And the spray comes up off the wheels, we can see it. I'm going to pull out to the right so I get the approach to the corner. I'm going to brake just a little bit earlier. Oh, we give him a love tap. And he's drifting it in the wet. We're just reduced our power a little bit, which is fine. We're just about to pop out the rain cloud, so we've got 3-0 on the lap count. That's not looking good for us. We need to stretch that a wee bit. I don't know if that's going to work. Back end was sliding. We need to get back into the draft. Hayward has made his own little break. Portilla is now accelerating away. We're definitely not in his draft. He is accelerating away. Are we taking a massive gamble going for the 4 laps? We've got to do half a lap with no fuel, really. We've got to get into those fuel saving gears and try and keep the pace up so we can coast to corners. We did the whole bottom part of the circuit there on that 2.9. We didn't exceed our requirements at all. Catching Hayward, sticking with Portilla. Fuel is still at 2.9. If that can be at 2.9 when we get to the end of the lap, that's tremendous. Hayward's just pulling that gap again, short shifting up. It's just dropped to 2.8. This is going to be risky. We'll have to change back to the weather window and just watch that for a little while. We should make gains through here. We're always much quicker through faster corners than these AI cars. We do tend to carry a bit more speed than they do. And if they're on inters, they're on drying track, so the track is just still good for inters, just. Now there's Haywood's gone in. Haywood was on hards on 7% of fuel. So 2.8. So we've got to save 0.2 over the next 2 laps. 5, 6, 7. 3 laps, one would suggest. Lift and coast as many times as we can. Try and cut as many apexes as we can, just like that. We're 19 seconds ahead of the car in 3rd place, Mr. Yamanaka. But we're just going to keep stalking Mr. Portilla here. There's no need to rush. They are going to pit one more time. We are going to attempt not to. We're going to try and use this slipstream all the way down here, unless we can get ahead of him, and then we will slingshot as he comes past. It's still on 2.8, which is good. I'm going to come over to the right, force him to the left. We're in 6th gear already, so in the grind gear, so let's pick up his draft, see if we can just gain some benefit. There we go, we're in it, we're in it. Beautiful. Going to pull over to the left and just break that toe for the braking zone. We want to come out the corner behind him. Just picking up the power. There we go. Just get into there and try sticking it. 3/4 power. We want to be at 2.5 when we get to that bottom corner. If we've got to 2.5 by there already, we are doing great guns. I'm going to go 6th gear early, and I'm going to pull out of his draft as we approach the braking zone. So happy days. We'll close that gap up any minute. The track is starting to dry. 2nd gear, there we go. .6. We're getting that fuel back using his slipstream, which is vitally important to us. So that was the Mulsanne kink. We're about to go over the hill. About to go over the hill, then into Mulsanne once and for all. Don't stray too far left there, you'll pick up penalties. So we're not on the pace of the fastest laps, and Portilla's just accelerated away just a little bit there. We're on 2.5, so fuel is on where we need to go. Let's check the rain map. Does it look like we've got a second load of rain coming? It doesn't. Portilla's going to go just that one more lap, I believe. So we're going to have the benefit of chasing him down. He's in a Group 4 car, don't forget. They're GR4s, this field. You're in a GR3 that's pegged down. It's got slight other advantages. It's got more downforce, more aero, bigger tyres, bigger wheels. Rain, top left-hand corner. There it appears. Northwest quadrant. It's on its way in. Portilla's just seen it as well. He's had the call. He's been told to hurry up. He just accelerated away there. We're going to get back to the start-finish point. We need 2 laps of fuel. Again, we're going to try and gain at this point. We're going to try and slide up behind him using these faster parts of the circuit for us, the Porsche curves. That's where we are. The S's. There we go, we're just sliding back up to him. 6th gear, so we're not consuming massive amounts of fuel. Look at that, we'll have done 2 laps under less than half a tank, which is tremendous. But we can always turn that wick up if we need to. There we go, we're doing just right. 7 minutes 54. If we were running sub 4 minute laps, we would have the opportunity to genuinely get an 8-lapper in, but the way we're running this race just as a one-stopper, we're not going to attempt that extra lap. It's quite a rain cloud coming in. I wonder how much effect it's going to have. Here we go. Just this and one more lap to go. That feeling would be tremendous, wouldn't it? End of the 24 hours. You've got 6 minutes, 8 minutes remaining just to put your last 2 laps in. Hold it together. We know you're tired. Oh, that'll be tremendous. And here it goes. Here it goes. Back into the slipstream. He's just swung in on us. Have we picked it up? That rain cloud doesn't look like it's approaching. It looks like it's moving away. We could be on for the race to the finish here. No dramas on the brakes. Got to try and stay with him. He's going to try and make the break because he's got a pit at the end of this lap. But we've got extra fuel. I'm not worried about that rain now. I'm 2.1. We've got plenty of fuel, so I'm going to turn this up. We're going to go fuel map 3. See if we can really give us a fast lap on the end of this race. Should have the speed now. Now we've got the fuel. He's gonna hold us. We're gonna brake late. Here we go. We're gonna let him have it. Exceptionally quick. When that Viper wants to go. Here he is. Incredible graphics in this game, and I'm hoping you're seeing what I'm seeing. I've had an adjust of the graphic settings in OBS just to try and give us better downloads or better uploads on your behalf, better watching for you. Hopefully you're getting better visuals, more detail in the graphics, more. It's alright uploading every week and not really caring. What we need though is the quality for you, so you see and understand and get the same feeling I get when I drive around the circuit. So 1.7 on the fuel. We're going to fuel map 1 now. We're going to try and put in an absolute nailer of a final lap. See if we can really put some effort in. We're 26 seconds ahead of Yamanaka. Portilla. Oh, the track's dried as well, so see just how much quicker we're going to be on Portilla. He's going to brake in a moment. We're going to try and shoot around the outside without any contact. There we go. We took that line quite tidily. There we go, flying through. Absolutely skip these junctions. There we go. We're on to the last lap. 1.5 laps of fuel. We've done enough here. I think this would be a great car to take the race on with. It's heavy, it's big, it's got relatively decent tyre wear. Look, we probably didn't have to change away from the tyres. Mr. Portilla's gone to the pits. We were just 2.8 seconds ahead of him when he chose to do that, but he's down on fuel and he needs it. He stayed on hards the whole race. He never changed to the inters. Mr. Yamanaka's gone in on softs. He was down at 14% fuel, so I don't think he'd have made the last lap. Mr. Kawakami, Mr. Kevelam. So that's Mr. Portilla has come out of the pits. He's charging. Mr. Hayward is with him. I wonder how close that battle is. We are 35 seconds ahead. And I did see we got a purple sector. So as we enter the lap, I'm just going to repeat a couple of things that I said at the start. This coming weekend then, we have the 4 hours of Spa. It is all about the Make-A-Wish event, so please do consider Make-A-Wish if you're going to come and join us and watch. Please do understand what we're doing it for, and we're raising money to give not just kids with not major prospects of an ongoing life, but kids at all sorts of stages that just need a wish. You know, they need something that they're probably never going to get, you know, or kids that have had a hard time, or they don't have to be critically dangerously ill. They just need to come into the fold of being in need of something, you know. So at some points through the events, we're going to get some information from the Make-A-Wish people, I hope, that sort of gives us a heads up on more detail of what they do. I'm no expert on Make-A-Wish, but what I do know is they do fantastic work. And Big Popper, the chap that we're trying to support with his fundraising, he's doing this race as a solo. This really is his event. This is for him. He's going to try and get sponsorship. He's going to try and raise money. He's going to get people coming along and making donations because people understand what he's doing. He's doing this alone. He's doing it on his own, just like a couple of other guys are, Fat Man, etc. It's a tremendous thing to try and do all on your own, and I'm going to be trying to big those guys up, keep them buoyant, keep them into the race, and make sure that they are supported through it. I can only do that vocally and verbally. So that's this weekend on the 25th, and then we go to the big event 2 weeks after. We've got qualifying in the weekend before on the Sunday, where I go to the American Speed event at Brands Hatch on the Saturday. So if anybody's in that area on the 7th of June, please do call in. If you've got a ticket, get a ticket. It's a big American Speed weekend. It's a NASCAR weekend, and I'm there to support Jack Davidson as well as Widdowmaker with their media truck. You know, they've got their demo trick with the race rigs in the back, and it'll be tremendous to be able to have a go on them as well. And then the weekend after that, then the 15th, 16th, we are going to be hosting the full event, which will be absolutely tremendous. It'll be great to see you there, folks. Just pop in, say hello. You don't have to be there long. Let us know you support us, and everything will be cool. And everything my channel earns in the month of June will go towards Make-A-Wish. I will give every single penny that I receive through the YouTube process. I don't get money anywhere else, so it'll all come through YouTube, and it will all go to Make-A-Wish. So anything you might give me through membership or similar will go to it. But here we are then, folks, crossing the line with 0.1 laps of fuel remaining. A great, tremendous car. I mean, you knew that from the times you used it round the Nürburgring, setting those times against the circuit experience. It is an ultimately awesome car, and it's perfect for this event. There she is, the winning car. We finished in a time of 30 minutes and 23 seconds to complete 7 laps. That's fast. And we finished 2 minutes 54 ahead of Mr. Bishop in the 458. We did get the fastest lap on the last lap of the race, 4:05.838, which is tremendous. That's not a bad lap, you know, for a big, chunky, heavy car. It's pretty decent, and it did it with a 1-stop. Here's the winning cash. 825,000 credits. Takes us to 26 million. We're heading... Oh, and we take a 6-star roulette ticket. We've got them to burn on Saturday night. We're going to enjoy that. That's going to be all part of the fun. And there she is, folks. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. If you were here just to get the grind information, well, it's a perfectly good car. That setup is really, really simple. And that see you good to earning credits here. 825,000 credits every time with no loss. But with that, folks, we'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Thank you very much.